Onireke Ibadan, a station for the elderly, the youths, the teenagers, and in fact, our children. It is a station for all. So come patronize us on Pensioners
106.7 FM.
Ibadan. All corporate organizations, ministries, departments, and agencies of government, government parastatals and commissions, artisans, private companies, market men and women, professional civil servants, and other categories of workers. This is your station. Just visit the marketing department of Pensioners
106.7 FM.
Agbarigo Nireke Ibadan, and you will be glad you did. Pensioners FM, the voice of liberation. The voice of liberation.
The time is 7 o'clock. Good evening. This is the news at sunset on Pensioners 106.7 FM at Barigo Onireke Ibadan. I am Debbie Oluchi. First, the top stories. Buhari gives new service chiefs few weeks to secure the country. Nigeria joins League of Countries to vaccinate citizens. Zamfara Assembly passes vote of no confidence on National Security Advisor Mungunu. And in sport, former African Footballer of the Year Amunike enlisted as member CAF Technical Study Group. Now the news in full. The President, Muhammadu Buhari, has told the new service chiefs that they have few weeks to secure the country. President Buhari said before the rainy season, the new service chiefs would have secured the country to avail farmers who had fled their farms in different parts of Nigeria, develop confidence to return to their farms. While giving the charge shortly after decorating the new service chiefs with their new rank at the presidential villa, Abuja, he directed them to identify competent officers and deploy them appropriately to achieve the targets. The decorated new service chiefs with their new rank include the Chief of Defense Staff, General Lucky Irabo, Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Ibrahim Atairu, Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Awal Gambo, and Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Isiaka Amo. As Nigeria joins the League of Countries to vaccinate their citizens against coronavirus, the President, Muhammadu Buhari, has said it was another milestone in the response to the COVID-19 pandemic in the country. In the event organized by the National Primary Health Care Development Agency to flag off the exercise, which held at the National Hospital in Abuja, President Buhari, who was represented by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, SGF, and the Chairman of the Presidential Task Force, PTF, on COVID-19, Boss Mustafa, said the people have every cause to be hopeful and more determined to win the fight against the disease.
Today marks another great milestone in the response to COVID-19 pandemic in Nigeria. We have every cause to be. We must approach the vaccine phase with unity of purpose. We must understand that nobody is safe until everyone is vaccinated. We must recognize that vaccine hesitancy will impact negatively on our lives and those of our loved ones if allowed to foster. We must demonstrate at all times that this is a war of MPIs plus vaccines for the survival of everyone. We must believe our government on the safety and efficacy of the vaccines brought to Nigeria. And lastly, we must support the planned and systematic rollout of the vaccines and mobilize our citizens as we move into the state.
Meanwhile, the governor of Ogun State, Dapo Abiodun, said the people of the state are ready to receive the vaccine to curtail the spread of the virus in the country.
We're doing a training program right now. There's the trainers program that's ongoing right now to ensure that everybody knows what to do. Very soon, the Ministry of Health will give you all the other details as to how this is going to roll out.
On his part, Yobe State Governor Mai Mala Buni has said the state will conduct trainings for health officials on the administration of the Oxford AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccines and also organize public enlightenment campaign, especially for people in the rural areas.
Roll out this vaccination exercise. National TOT was conducted on Monday and Tuesday this week, and this is the state level rollout training to LGA leadership, LGA health management team, which comprise about 12 personnel from each of the local government areas, including how are they going to sensitize the people at the community as we begin the airing and the discussion with regard to the community dialogue, sensitization, and co across the media.
Meanwhile, Nigeria has administered its first shot of Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine to some health workers in the country. The first health worker to receive the jab of the AstraZeneca and Oxford COVID-19 vaccination, Dr. Cyprian Ngong, in the National Hospital, Abuja, shortly after receiving the shot, said he wished his father had taken the vaccine months before his death. Dr. Ngong, who made this known at the Flag of COVID-19 vaccine rollout exercise, further said the arrival of the vaccine is the best news so far, stating that he had looked forward to receiving the vaccine and that he did today.
We've been at the forefront of the COVID-19 fight here in National Hospital, our isolation center. They've provided everything we need for this fight. We've lost some, we've got some, and we're happy we are getting the vaccine now in Nigeria. I think that is about the best news we've had since. I only wish my dad had had that vaccine maybe months ago or so. We lost him, but we thank God. And the fight is still on and we will win.
The first shipment of 3,924,000 doses of the vaccines arrived at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in Abuja on Tuesday, 3rd of March, via an Emirates airplane from India. The Zamfara State House of Assembly has passed a vote of no confidence on the National Security Advisor, Babangana Mungunu, over what they described as poor handling of security issues in the state. The lawmakers, in an evident rejection of the no-fly zone order imposed on the state and total ban on mining activities, said the federal government's decision was wrongly taken. In a press statement signed by the spokesperson of the House, Jafar Aru Kaura, the House wants the federal government to rescind the decisions to avoid further impoverishing the citizens. They also urge the federal government to review the security architecture of all security agencies in the state and probe those allegedly undermining the ongoing peace process there. Lagos State Materials Testing Laboratory has directed private laboratories owners to get their test reports approved by the agency before sending it out to their clients. LSMTL General Manager Mr. Olufunsho Elulade said the measure was meant to annihilate quackery in the industry. Elulade made this known during a meeting with private laboratory operators at the agency's headquarters in Ojodu, Berger. The National Working Committee of the Social Democratic Party, SDP, has appointed Dr. Olu Agunloye as the new acting national chairman of the party. This was contained in a statement signed by the party's national secretary, Shehu Gabam. Gabam revealed that the decision was taken at a meeting of the committee at the national headquarters of the party in Abuja, which, according to him, is in line with the provision of the party's constitution. According to him, Dr. Aguloye, until his new appointment, was the deputy national chairman south of the party. A magistrate court in Iyaganku, Ibadan, has ordered 7 persons to be remanded in Abolongo Correctional Facility in Oyo for alleged arson and murder during the Sharsha market crisis. The police charged Tajuddin Oladuni, Saburi Lawal, Ojo Joshua, Adekunle Olanrewaju, Olagunju James, Razak Yahya, and Olaide Olawi with 6 counts bordering on conspiracy, arson, and murder. The Chief Magistrate Olubusayo Osho rejected the suspect's plea for want of jurisdiction. Magistrate Osho, however, adjourned the matter till 11th of May for mention. This is still news at Sunset on Pensioners 106.7 FM. Let's now switch gears to some labor and pension stories. The leadership of the Nigerian Labour Congress (NLC) and Trade Union Congress (TUC) in Oyo State have threatened to call out workers in the state to join other states of the Federation as mobilization for nationwide protest against removal of minimum wage from the exclusive legislative list of the 1999 Constitution rages on. Chairman of the TUC in Oyo State, Emmanuel Ogundiran, said TUC members in the state vowed to resist and join forces to protest the plan.
The way things are, it is a protest, and TEC just had its neck yesterday, concluded its neck at Uyo. So the NLC has taken its stand. We are preparing. Once they blow the whistle, then we go ahead.
Ogudera dropped this hint in an exclusive chat with Pensioners FM's correspondent Ibiwumi Ishola. Still in Oyo State, 11 branches of the Nigerian Union of Pensioners (NUP) Oyo State Council has so far participated in the ongoing data capturing exercise for Oyo State pensioners from the ministries, departments, and agencies, which entered the day 10 today. Some of the pensioners from Idianyore spoke with our correspondent Ibiwumi Shola on the exercise.
The exercise is well organized and orderly. It's not stressful at all, and we enjoyed it.
I can say that the exercise is a peaceful one in the sense that it wasn't traumatic at all. We only do the capturing and we were discharged under 5 minutes.
Meanwhile, it would be the turn of Idiakpe 2, 3, and 4 on Monday, 8th March and Tuesday, 9th March, with no fewer than 2019 expected. In the business world, the European Development Fund, EDF, the main instrument for European Union aid for development cooperation with the African, Caribbean, and Pacific countries (ACP), has so far supported Nigerian and other countries with 4,732,573,734 pounds, about 6,622,148,448.77 Reports say project budget of 4,789,417,222 pounds, which started on the 13th of December 2010, will end on 31st of December 2027. EDF provides support to African, Caribbean, and Pacific (ACP) countries and overseas countries and territories (OCTs) to eradicate poverty, support sustainable development, and integrate ACP countries into the world economy. It is still news at sunset on Pensioners 106.7 FM. We will be back with entertainment and sports stories. Please stay tuned. Nigerian disc jockey and singer Florence Otedola, also known as DJ Cuppy, has been admitted into the prestigious Oxford University, England, for a master's degree program. This will be the music star's second master's degree in 6 years. The daughter of a Nigerian businessman and philanthropist, Femi Otedola, who is also a billionaire heiress, took to her Instagram page to announce her admission into the university for a master's degree in African Studies, saying it is her proudest achievement to date. And in sports, the former African Footballer of the Year, Emmanuel Amuneke, has been enlisted as a member of the Confederation of African Football (CAF's) technical study group for the forthcoming under-17 African Cups of Nations to be held in Morocco between 13th and 31st March 2021. This, according to our correspondent Ibiwumi Ishola, is the second successive time the FIFA Under-17 World Cup winning coach of the Golden Eaglet would be serving in that capacity with the continental soccer ruling body after holding brief at the last edition held in Tanzania. To end the news at sunset, here is a recap of the main stories. President Muhammadu Buhari has given the new service chiefs few weeks to secure the country. As Nigeria joins the League of Countries to vaccinate their citizens against coronavirus, the President Muhammadu Buhari has said it was another milestone in the response to the COVID-19 pandemic in the country. The Zamfara State House of Assembly has passed a vote of no confidence on the National Security Advisor Babangana Monguno over what they described as poor handling of security issues in the state. And in sports, the former African Footballer of the Year, Emmanuel Amuneke, has been enlisted as a member of the Confederation of African Football, CAF's Technical Study Group for the forthcoming Under-17 African Cup of Nations to be held in Morocco between 13th and 31st March 2021. And this brings us to the end of news at Sunset and Pensioners 106.7 FM. The news editor is Florence Akintola. I am Debbie Oluchi. Good evening and thank you for listening.
Ọmọdé àtàlà àgbà kẹ́yìn gbọ́ròyìn àgbọ̀fin kọ́gbọ́n níròyìn wá. Bẹ́sánà sẹ́fẹ̀ mú gbèròyìn dé o. Ìròyìn tí ọlẹ́jà ń bá kan nínú. Ẹ̀tẹ́ tí bẹ̀lẹ̀ jẹ́ kẹ́yìn gbọ́ròyìn. Ẹ kú déédéé wòyí ìròyìn àṣálẹ́ la mú wá fún yín láti iléeṣẹ́ ẹlẹ́rọ amìjìnjìn Pensioners FM 106.7 rédíò àgbàlódé àgbárígo onírèké Ìbàdàn. Ọlátúndé alára àgbà ẹ̀dálù níròyìn ṣáájú ẹgbọ́ àwọn àrígbámú tó wà nínú ìròyìn náà. Ààrẹ Muhammadu Buhari ti fún àwọn olórí aláàbò tuntun ní ọ̀sẹ̀ díẹ̀ láti fẹsẹ̀ ètò ààbò rinlẹ̀ nílẹ̀ yìí. Orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ti darapọ̀ mọ́ àwọn orílẹ̀-èdè akẹgbẹ́ rẹ̀ láti jẹ́ kí àwọn aráàlú gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára COVID-19. Ilé ìgbìmọ̀ asòfin ìpínlẹ̀ Zamfara ti lóun ò ní ẹ̀mí ìgbẹ́kẹ̀lé nínú olùdámọ̀ràn àpapọ̀ fétò ààbò Monguno. Lábala eré ìdárayá, Emmanuel Amuneke ti wà nínú ìgbìmọ̀ tí yóò máa ṣàmójútó ìdíje ife ẹ̀yẹ ilẹ̀ adúláwọ̀ ọ̀jẹ̀wẹ́wẹ́ tí wọ́n wà lábẹ́ ọdún 17 tó ń bọ̀ lọ́nà nílẹ̀ Morocco. Ìròyìn ọ̀hún rèé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́. Ààrẹ Muhammadu Buhari ti sọ fún àwọn olórí aláàbò tuntun pé ọ̀sẹ̀ díẹ̀ ni wọ́n ní o láti fẹsẹ̀ ètò ààbò rinlẹ̀ nílẹ̀ yìí. Ààrẹ Buhari ṣàlàyé pé kó tó di pé òjò ṣẹ́ lulẹ̀, àwọn olórí aláàbò tuntun ti gbọ́dọ̀ ṣètò ààbò tó péye nílẹ̀ yìí nítorí tàwọn àgbẹ̀ tí wọ́n ti sá kúrò lóko wọn káàkiri ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà. Ààrẹ jẹ́ kó di mọ̀ lẹ́yìn tó fún àwọn olórí aláàbò tuntun ní àmì ipò tuntun nílé iṣẹ́ ààrẹ nílùú Àbújá. Àwọn olórí iléeṣẹ́ ọmọ ológun tuntun tí wọ́n fún ní àmì ipò tuntun ọ̀hún ní olórí iléeṣẹ́ ọmọ ológun fétò ààbò ọ̀gágun Lucky Irabor, olórí iléeṣẹ́ ọmọ ogun orí ilẹ̀ ọ̀gágun Ibrahim Atairo, olórí iléeṣẹ́ ọmọ ogun orí omi Vice Admiral Anwar Gambo àti olórí iléeṣẹ́ ọmọ ogun ojú òfurufú Air Marshal Isiaka Amao. Níbi orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ṣe darapọ̀ mọ́ àwọn orílẹ̀-èdè akẹgbẹ́ láti jẹ́ kí àwọn aráàlú gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára tó ń dènà kòkòrò àrùn COVID-19. Ààrẹ Muhammadu Buhari ti sọ pé ó jẹ́ ìgbà tó ti lọ mí ò fún kojú oro sí kòkòrò àrùn COVID-19 nílẹ̀ yìí. Níbi ètò náà tí àjọ tó ń rí sí ìdàgbàsókè ètò ìlera lábọ́dé nílẹ̀ yìí ṣíde tó wáyé ní ilé ìwòsàn àpapọ̀ nílùú Àbújá, Ààrẹ Muhammadu Buhari lẹ́ni tí akọ̀wé ìjọba àpapọ̀ nílẹ̀ yìí títún ṣe alága àgbìmọ̀ amúṣẹ́yá iléeṣẹ́ ààrẹ tó ń gbógun tì àti ìpinnu láti pinwọ́ àrùn náà. Nínú ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀, alákòóso fétò ìlera dókítà Ozage Ehanire rọ ti kéré-tìkìrì àwọn ọmọ ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà láti mú sùúrù. Ó ní abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára COVID-19 ìyẹn Oxford àti AstraZeneca wà lọ́pọ̀ tí yóò sì kárí. Nígbà tó náà ń sọ̀rọ̀ níbi ìṣíde ètò náà, adarí ilé asòfin àgbà kejì Fẹ́mi Gbàjàbíàmílà àti ààrẹ ilé asòfin àgbà Sẹ́nétọ̀ Ahmed Lawan tí alága àgbìmọ̀ tẹ̀kótó lé fétò ìlera sẹ́nẹ́tọ̀ Ibrahim olórí ẹgbẹ́ sojú gbóríyìn fáwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ètò ìlera tí wọ́n ń léwájú nígbógun ti kòkòrò àrùn COVID-19. Ẹ̀wẹ̀, gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn ọmọọba Dàpọ̀ Abíọ́dún sọ pé àwọn èèyàn ìpínlẹ̀ náà ti ṣetán o láti gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára ọ̀hún lójúnà àti dènà ìtànkálẹ̀ kòkòrò àrùn náà nílẹ̀ yìí. Nínú ọ̀rọ̀ tiẹ̀, gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Yobe Mai Mala Buni sọ pé ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ náà yóò ṣètò ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ fáwọn òṣìṣẹ́ elétò ìlera lórí abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára COVID-19 tó fi mọ́ ṣíṣètò ìlanilọ́yẹ̀ àti ìpolongo ní pàtàkì fáwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n ń gbé ní ìgbèríko. Orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ti fún àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ elétò ìlera kan nílẹ̀ yìí ní ìṣẹ́ àkọ́kọ́ abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára COVID-19 rẹ̀, ìyẹn Oxford àti AstraZeneca. Òṣìṣẹ́ elétò ìlera àkọ́kọ́ tó gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára ọ̀hún ní dókítà Sepran Igong nílé ìwòsàn ìjọba àpapọ̀ nílùú Àbújá. Lẹ́yìn ìgbà tó gba abẹ́rẹ́ náà tán ló sọ pé kìbá ti dáa jù ká ní bàbá òun gba abẹ́rẹ́ yìí kó tó di pé ó jáde láyé. Ilé ìgbìmọ̀ asòfin ìpínlẹ̀ Zamfara ti lóun ò ní ẹ̀mí ìgbẹ́kẹ̀lé nínú olùdámọ̀ràn àpapọ̀ fétò ààbò ìyẹn Bàbá Gana Moro lórí ohun tó ṣàpèjúwe gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọwọ́ ẹ̀rẹ̀ tí wọ́n fi mú ètò ààbò nípínlẹ̀ náà. Àwọn asòfin náà láwọn kọ àṣẹ kí ọkọ̀ ojú òfurufú má fò káàkiri nípínlẹ̀ náà tó fi mọ́ fífòfin de ọ̀rọ̀ ìwakùsà. Ó ní ìpinnu ìjọba àpapọ̀ náà jẹ́ èyí tí kò tọ́ ò fún un láti pinnu. Nínú àtẹ̀jáde kan látọwọ́ agbọ̀rọ̀sọ ilé asòfin náà, Javaru Kara, tó buwọ́lù fáwọn oníròyìn ní ilé ń fẹ́ kí ìjọba àpapọ̀ tún ìpinnu rẹ̀ dàrú tó fi mọ́ ṣíṣe àgbéyẹ̀wò àwọn àjọ elétò ààbò nípínlẹ̀ ọ̀hún. Ìgbìmọ̀ májèóbàjẹ́ àpapọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú Social Democratic Party SDP ti yan ọ̀mọ̀wé Olú Agúnlóyè gẹ́gẹ́ bí adelé alága àpapọ̀ tuntun fún ẹgbẹ́ náà. Èyí jẹyọ nínú àtẹ̀jáde kan tí akọ̀wé àpapọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ náà Shehu Gaban buwọ́lù. Gaban jẹ́ kó di mọ̀ pé ìpinnu náà wáyé o níbi ìpàdé kan tí gbìmọ̀ ọ̀hún ṣe ní olú iléeṣẹ́ ẹgbẹ́ náà nílùú Àbújá, léyìí tó sọ pé ó wà ní ìbámu pẹ̀lú òfin ẹgbẹ́. Gẹ́gẹ́ bó ṣe sọ, ọ̀mọ̀wé Agúnlóyè kó tó di pé wọ́n yàn sípò tuntun ó ní igbákejì alága àpapọ̀ ẹkùn gúúsù ẹgbẹ́ náà. Ìròyìn àṣálẹ́lẹ̀ ń gbọ́ láti iléeṣẹ́ rédíò àgbàlódé Pensioners FM 106.7 Àgbárígo. Tá a bá padà dé, ìròyìn òṣìṣẹ́ fẹ̀yìntì la mú wá fún yín. Ẹ káàbọ̀ padà. Ìròyìn àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ fẹ̀yìntì. Aṣáájú ẹgbẹ́ àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ní orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà NSC àti tìgun TUC ẹ̀ka tìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ti ń dúnkookò láti ké sí àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ nípínlẹ̀ yìí o láti darapọ̀ mọ́ àwọn ìpínlẹ̀ míì nílẹ̀ yìí fún ìfẹ̀hónúhàn fi tako yíyọ ìlànà owó oṣù tó kéré jù fún òṣìṣẹ́ ìyẹn minimum wage kúrò nínú ìwé òfin ọdún 1999. Alága ẹgbẹ́ òṣìṣẹ́ TUC nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ Comrade Emmanuel Ogundiran sọ pé àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ òṣìṣẹ́ TUC nípínlẹ̀ yìí ṣèlérí láti kọ ìlànà yíyọ owó oṣù tó kéré jù fún òṣìṣẹ́ táwọn sì ti ṣetán láti darapọ̀ fìgò lé ìfẹ̀hónúhàn ẹgbọ́ síwájú.
Àwa gbà pé ìjọba amúnisìn ìjọba tí ò nìkan ṣe ẹlẹ́fẹ́ yọ gbèdéke lórí owó oṣù tó kéré jù tó sì ṣe Nàìjíríà lè máa gbà ẹ fẹ́ yọ kúrò nínú ìwé òfin débi pé ìjọba àpapọ̀ ò ní lè láṣẹ lórí ẹ̀ mọ́. Ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ ni wọ́n máa ṣe ohun tó wù. Ǹjẹ́ mọ̀ fáwọn ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ wọ́n lè máa san tó bá wù wọ́n. Àwa sì gbà pé owó oṣù ní mú ọrọ̀ ajé Nàìjíríà yí lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ torí Nàìjíríà ò ní nǹkan kan tó gbẹ́kẹ̀lé tá à ń ṣe.
Comrade Ogundiran sọ̀rọ̀ yìí di mímọ̀ nínú ìfọ̀rọ̀wérọ̀ kan pẹ̀lú oníròyìn Pensioners FM Ìbíwùmí Ìṣọ̀lá. Nínú ìròyìn òṣìṣẹ́fẹ̀yìntì míì, àwọn ẹ̀ka 11 ti ẹgbẹ́ àwọn òṣìṣẹ́fẹ̀yìntì ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ni wọ́n ti kópa nínú ètò àkọọ́lẹ̀ àwọn òṣìṣẹ́fẹ̀yìntì ìpínlẹ̀ yìí o tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́ láti àwọn iléeṣẹ́ ẹlẹ́kajẹ̀ka àtàwọn lájọ léyìí tó wọ ọjọ́ 10 lónìí. Àwọn òṣìṣẹ́fẹ̀yìntì kan láti ìdí ayùn rẹ̀ bá oníròyìn wa Ìbíwùmí Ìṣọ̀lá sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ètò náà, ẹ gbọ́ síwájú.
Wọ́n ṣètò náà tó dáa, ó mọyán lórí. Wọ́n ro ti pé àwọn àgbà náà fẹ́ ṣe fún, so wọn jẹ́ kó jẹ́ ìnira. Ó rọrùn báwọn èèyàn ṣe ń dé náà ni wọ́n ń dá wọn lóhùn, so kò mú wàhálà kankan dání.
Ètò náà rọrùn púpọ̀. Ìdí ni pé àwọn tó ń dá wa lóhùn, àwọn bíi 4 ni wọ́n ń dá wa lóhùn. A ṣe wá ń wọlé tí wọ́n ń ṣe kinní kátẹ̀ka tí wọ́n ń gbé kinní káyẹjú wò yẹn sí tó sì ń wo ìwé ìfẹ̀yìntì wa. Náà ni wọ́n ń dá wa lóhùn, kódà àpẹ́ rárá.
Wàyí o, ètò àkọọ́lẹ̀ tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́ náà yóò kan ìdí àpẹ́ 2, ìdí àpẹ́ 3 àti ìdí àpẹ́ 4 lọ́jọ́ ajé Monday ọ̀sẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀ tí í ṣe ọjọ́ 8 oṣù kẹta àti ọjọ́ ìṣẹ́gun Tuesday ọjọ́ 9 oṣù kẹta tí kò dín ní 2,019 ìyẹn 2019 tí wọ́n retí níbi ètò àkọọ́lẹ̀ náà. Ìròyìn àṣálẹ́lẹ̀ ń gbọ́ láti iléeṣẹ́ rédíò àgbàlódé Pensioners FM 106.7 Àgbárígo. Tá a bá padà dé, ìròyìn eré ìdárayá lámùwá fún yín. Lábala eré ìdárayá, agbábọ́ọ̀lù nígbà kan tó ti fakọyọ fún ilẹ̀ adúláwọ̀ Emmanuel Amunike ló ti wà nínú ìgbìmọ̀ tí yóò máa ṣàmójútó fún ìdíje ìfẹsẹ̀wọnsẹ̀ ife ẹ̀yẹ ilẹ̀ adúláwọ̀ jẹ̀wẹ́wẹ́ tí wọ́n wà lábẹ́ ọdún 17 tó ń bọ̀ lọ́nà tí yóò wáyé ní orílẹ̀-èdè Morocco láàrin ọjọ́ 13 àti ọjọ́ 29 oṣù kẹta ọdún 2021 tá a wà yìí. Ìjẹ́ ìgbà kejì tí olùkọ́ni ikọ̀ jẹ̀wẹ́wẹ́ náà yóò ṣiṣẹ́ lẹ́yìn irúfẹ́ ìdíje bẹ́ẹ̀ tó wáyé ní orílẹ̀-èdè Tanzania. Ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa, àlàáfíà ni ọ̀pákùtẹ̀lẹ̀ fún dàgbàsókè orílẹ̀-èdè, torí náà ẹ jẹ́ ká rí i pé à ń fààyè gba ìbágbépọ̀ àlàáfíà láàrin ara wa fún dàgbàsókè ilẹ̀ wa Nàìjíríà, yóò jù wá ṣe o. Ìròyìn náà kò ní jù báyìí lọ. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ẹ gbọ́ àwọn àrígbámú ìròyìn tá a mẹ́nubà. Ààrẹ Muhammadu Buhari ti fún àwọn olórí aláàbò tuntun ní ọ̀sẹ̀ díẹ̀ láti fẹsẹ̀ ètò ààbò rinlẹ̀ nílẹ̀ yìí. Orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ti darapọ̀ mọ́ àwọn orílẹ̀-èdè akẹgbẹ́ rẹ̀ láti jẹ́ kí àwọn aráàlú gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára COVID-19. Ilé ìgbìmọ̀ asòfin ìpínlẹ̀ Zamfara ti lóun ò ní ẹ̀mí ìgbẹ́kẹ̀lé nínú olùdámọ̀ràn àpapọ̀ fétò ààbò ìyẹn Mọ̀ngànà. Lábala eré ìdárayá, Emmanuel Amunike ti wà nínú ìgbìmọ̀ tí yóò máa ṣàmójútó ìdíje ife ẹ̀yẹ ilẹ̀ adúláwọ̀ jẹ̀wẹ́wẹ́ tí wọ́n wà lábẹ́ ọdún 17 láti fi tó wa létí. Ẹ kàn sí wa lórí àwọn nọ́mbà ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ yìí 0812-008-6270 tàbí 0812-188-9462. Ẹ sì lè yọjú sí wa ní Pensioners FM 106.7 Àgbárígo, Onírèké, Ìbàdàn. Florence Akíntọ́lá lolóòtú ìròyìn yìí. Títí ọ̀la tá a tún máa mú àwọn ìròyìn míì wá fún yín. Ọlátúndé Alára Àgbàdá ló ti ń ròyìn. Ẹ ṣé tẹ́ ń gbọ́ wa níkànnì rédíò àgbàlódé. Ó dàárọ̀.
Má gbé kúrò ní Pensioners FM Àgbàlódé rédíò 106.7. Bóyá má gbé kúrò ní Pensioners FM Àgbàlódé rédíò 106.7. Dàdí àmọ́ mi ẹ̀ máa gbọ́. Update brothers and sisters ẹ̀ máa gbọ́. Lórí ètò títóbi Ọlọ́run ọba wa. Bóyá má gbé kúrò ní Pensioners FM Àgbàlódé rédíò 106.7. Bóyá má gbé kúrò ní Pensioners FM Àgbàlódé rédíò 106.7.
Pensioners FM 106.7.
Mo rí àánú, ìyanu. Wákàtí ìyanu, wákàtí ìyanu. Ọ̀rọ̀ ìmísí Elédùmarè látorí ìtẹ́ mímọ́, ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń tuni lára, tó ń fini lọ́kàn balẹ̀, tó tún fúnni ní